With Silksong actually being around the corner, I decided now is the time to finally play 112% of Hollow Knight, meaning I would have to fight some of the hardest bosses, grab every charm, collect every grub, and search every single corner. This is 112% of Hollow Knight. The game starts with us jumping down into the tutorial area, where we learn the basics like jumping, attacking, and how to heal. In this game, every time you hit an enemy, you get this white goop called Soul. We use this for abilities and healing. Heading out, we drop down into Dirtmouth. This is like the hub area of the game, with shops and stuff. But considering there's no one else around, I head into the Forgotten Crossroads. Heading to the right, we fight our first mini-boss. Big guy with big stick. And after killing him, I pick up this grub that I will be calling Goobs or Goobers for the rest of the game.
I love the goober.
These little guys are all over the map as collectibles. In the next room, we jump down to meet the best NPC in the game.
Oh, it's fucking Bartholomew.
It's Cornifer. We grab a much needed map and make our way to the Stag Station. Purchasing the Stag Station unlocks the ability to fast travel. Heading back out, I find a grub in the wall, and then find our first boss, the False Knight. It has a couple different attacks like this jumping one, slamming his mace on the ground that summons falling rocks, and the shockwave one. I won't lie, I did end up dying to him, but that's okay.
Fuck, man!
Dying sets you back to where you last rested. Not only do you lose all your geo, the currency of this game, you also can't hold as much soul, making healing and using abilities much harder. But as long as you get your shade back, you shouldn't have any problems. Trying it again, I knock him down, revealing his face, allowing me to do some damage to him. He ends up hitting me and I even go down to one mask, but I manage to get a heal off, and he ends up breaking the floor below him. And once I defeat him, I get an achievement, city crest, and some much needed geo. We meet a snail shaman who gives us our first of many upgrades, Vengeful Spirit. This allows us to shoot fireballs at this armadillo guy, giving us the Soul Catcher charm. Charms are like little perks and each one does something different. The one I got increases the amount of soul we get from hitting an enemy. I then make my way to Greenpath, where we find Hornet who runs away from us. I find Cornifer and buy the map from him, and grab some more grubs.
Yeah, baby.
Continuing on, I find Zote, who is stuck in this bug's mouth, and after freeing him and killing this bug,
Hey man.
is somehow mad at me for helping him. That is the last time I will ever help someone in this game, I swear. Heading back to Dirtmouth, I visit Zelda, one of the merchants, and pick up the Wayward Compass.
Yippee.
This charm makes it so we can see where we are going on the map. Then I make my way to Greenpath to fight Hornet. She has a couple different attacks like this charge, air dive, throwing needle, and yo-yo attack. I use a secret technique known as fireballs,
Fireball.
then take her out,
Yippee.
giving us the Mothwing Cloak, a dash ability. I then find Fog Canyon.
Corbin, jump! Jump! It's not that hard, man. Just fucking jump. Oh my god. Dude, I know. Ah! Ah!
After some slight problems, I make my way into the Queen's Station. In here, I speak with Quirrell,
Who are you? Oh. I thought his name was Carl.
grab a Stag Station, and head back into the Fungal Waste. We find Cornifer and grab a map,
I love cornball.
and head back into the Forgotten Crossroads to fight the Gruzmother. She was honestly pretty easy. She has a charge attack and this bouncing attack. That really is all she does, and I take her out pretty fast. She then has a second phase, if you can even call it that, where her kids explode out of her. That's icky. We take them out before heading inside to meet the charm lover Salibra? I don't know, one of those. I grab the Shaman Stone charm, which allows our spells to do more damage, and head into the next building meeting Sly, who says he will set up shop back in Dirtmouth. Back in the Fungal Waste, we head into the Mantis village, and here we grab and upgrade the Mantis Claw.
Oh, yippee!
This makes it so we can jump off walls. With our new ability, we are immediately put to the test, and have to parkour our way through this section. Once I make my way through, I insert the city crest, giving me access to the City of Tears.
Yippee!
We then get this cutscene where it's raining black and meet Hornet again. She tells us to seek the Graven Ash, whatever that's supposed to mean. Inside we meet the Relic Seeker Lem, and sell off some items. Then we head to the Nailsmith. For 250 geo he will upgrade our nail, pretty much doubling the damage. With our new nail, we head to the top of the Soul Sanctum to fight the Soul Master. His attacks are pretty obvious, but I just wasn't ready for this dash or slam attack. Defeating him, he just started screaming and teleporting all over the place, and honestly, what a mood.
Shit, me too.
I try and grab the upgrade from him, but get thrown into a second phase.
Wait, that's it?
Something I was not ready for. Luckily, he just slams his face into the ground and stands there shooting fireballs. We can get a pretty easy fight. This then rewards us with the Desolate Dive spell. Back at Dirtmouth, I grab this lantern and Mask Shard. Mask Shards are used to upgrade our health, and once we collect 4 of them, we get another mask, before heading into the Royal Waterways. In here, we grab a map and mask fragment, and make our way to another fight. This is the Dung Defender. A really silly fight. Has a couple attacks like this stupid swimming attack that I always get hit by. There's one where he throws balls at you and bounces around the arena. And this one where he explodes out of the ground. It wasn't really a hard fight, but I got really greedy for a heal and ended up dying to him.
Yeah, that was dumb, but that was...
Next time I play it way safer and only heal when I knock him down. And I end up killing him on the next try.
Okay, then this double heal.
He gives me the Defender's Crest, and we flip this lever to turn on the water. Heading back to the charm lever, I grab a charm notch and one of the best charms in the game, Quick Focus. Quick Focus makes it so you can heal faster. I then find these glowing gravestones that tell me the location of the 3 dreamers, but this clearly upsets the spooky ghost, so they send me to a different world. There's this glowing moth that I follow to the top. It asks me if I'll take this weapon to cut my way out, and accepting this gives me the dream nail. I wake up next to this moth named Seer, who welcomes me back. She explains to me that I can hit these trees or spirits to gain essence, and for 112% I need 2400 essence. I find this grave that I can open with a Desolate Dive, and head inside to find the Dream Shield charm. Back at Dirtmouth, I grab the Resting Grounds map and another charm. Then I make my way to the mines, where I Desolate Dive here to break the ground. Finding a new area, Crystal Peaks. I do some parkour to grab this goob, grab the map from Conqueror, and do some more platforming where I find this robot who gives me the Crystal Heart ability. The Crystal Heart ability allows me to charge up a blast and fly through large gaps. My new ability, I grab another grub and fly into some lasers. Before making my way across, I find another hidden charm, Deep Focus. Flying across this large gap, I make my way into the Crystallized Mountain, where I die over and over and over and over again.
I'm going to fucking lose it. I hate myself.
These bugs are probably one of the most annoying bugs in the game.
Dude, that's not fair. That is insane, or I'm stupid, and I might be insanely stupid at this point.
Feeling annoyed, I went to try and fight a boss, and I died instantly.
Dude, what am I, Dude, it's like I'm rage baiting myself, man.
This is the Crystal Guardian.
Alright, boy, block in. Like, this isn't that hard.
Like I said, he isn't really that hard of a boss. I mean, he has like 3 attacks. Lasers in the sky, a laser he shoots at you, and sometimes he jumps at you. I honestly don't know why I struggled so hard on this, but I eventually did beat him. Oh, thank God. Taking a break from platforming, I head back to the Mantis village to face the Mantis lords. These guys are honestly pretty easy too. They have a disc attack that they throw at you that either goes high or low, a dash attack, and a slam attack. I just fireballed him whenever I could and played it pretty safe. Killing one activates second phase, where they have pretty much the same attacks, like throwing disc and dashing at the same time. I honestly just did the same thing as last phase and shot fireballs at them. and when one died, the other one was super easy.
Nice job. Yippee.
Heading left, we make our way into Deepnest, where I find a scared conqueror, and honestly, seeing him scared made me kind of worried. I grab a map from him and make my way to the left, where I find the distant village. Here, I grab a stag station and head inside this cocoon.
I don't trust this, but oh, I can't get out now. That didn't sound good. Let me out. Oh, okay.
This is the beast den, and oh my gosh, these guys gave me so much trouble. Turns out, they are a game of patience, and I do not have any of that. If you just wait, you can hit their mask when it opens and dash out.
Oh, okay.
Then I made my way to one of the dreamers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Using the dream nail on them, I break in and kill my first dreamer.
Oh, they don't fight back?
This breaks one of the seals on the black egg. Why does killing the spooky ghost cause his mask to break? I have no clue. I didn't pay attention. Making it to the failed tramway, I grab this tram pass.
Yes.
And open the tram door.
Oh, thank God.
Then head to the ancient basin. In here, there's a locked door, and I have no clue how to get the key. So I head back to the relic seeker and sell some stuff. Then I head to Sly to grab a mask fragment and vessel fragment. The mask fragments increase my health, giving me 6 masks and an achievement. And the vessel fragments increase how much soul I can hold, also giving me another achievement. Back at the ancient basin, I grab another map from my goat, Cornelius III, and find a new boss, the Broken Vessel.
Broken Vessel.
There's a couple of different attacks like the sword flinging one, a dash attack, and he sprays a goo everywhere. He honestly wasn't that hard, and I only died to him a couple times. But with a bit of luck, I finally take him down. Killing him opens the store, giving me access to the Monarch wings, allowing me to double jump. Using my dream nail on him, I entered the upgraded fight, the Lost Kin. With my new upgrades, surely it won't be that hard.
Okay, I'm not fighting him, never mind.
Getting annoyed, I do some more exploring, finding the Kingdom's Edge. And here I grab the map from conqueror, but don't make it very far because the water here will kill me. This means I'll have to do some backtracking.
Goober.
On my way back, I find another grub,
Yippee,
and make my way to the royal waterways. In here, I use my crystal heart ability to dash across this really long gap, and eventually make my way to Isma's Grove. This is where we grab Isma's tear, meaning we can now swim in the acid. So, back at the Kingdom's Edge, I do some hopping.
Look, I'm one of them.
And discover my first Nailmaster, the Nailmaster Oro. For 800 Geo, he will teach me a new move, so I decide to farm up some Geo on the nearby bugs.
He's cheating! Oh my God! How did he get in here? Help me! Help! Okay, I have enough now. Holy moly, Batman.
However, doing this was a mistake because I should have used the Geo to upgrade my nail. But this does unlock the dash slash ability, something I need for 112%. So it wasn't a complete waste. Heading to the right, I find another really useful charm, Quick Slash. This does exactly what it sounds like. It makes you attack faster. I do some more exploring and find another grub before I make my way to find Hornet again. She is not holding back this time, and she means it. She pretty much has the same attacks as before, like the yo-yo, air dash, and the needle throw. I honestly make it pretty far my first attempt, and even push her into her second phase. This is where she starts summoning spikes, making the arena a lot harder to fight in. Unfortunately, I panic and end up dying.
Dude, why did I jump into it? I jumped into it. Why? Oh, why did I do that?
This is where I spiral death after death, and my lack of upgrades is really starting to show.
No, why am I... No, how do I throw that away? Dude, it's so doomed. Like,
With my lack of damage, I head to the nailsmith and upgrade my nail for 800 geo and a pale ore. Yippee! Then I head out to do some more exploring, and this is when I get really sidetracked. So I'll just give you the short version. I find this snail who gives me a charm, this grub, another charm, this hunter guy who gives me the hunter's journal. This just shows you what enemies you have killed. I find the grub father who gives me a bunch of money, the grub song charm, and a mask fragment. I buy a simple key from Sly and unlock this door in Dirtmouth, leading to Gigi. Pretty much, if you lose your shadow and you don't want to go get it back, you can just give Gigi a rancid egg, and she will summon your shadow here. It's not really useful right now, but it'll be really useful later on. Back at Crystal Peaks, I grab the shopkeeper's key and give this to Sly, expanding his shop. I buy a mask shard and spend the rest of my money on map pins. I find this guy by his grave and dreamnail him to start a fight. This is Zero. It was pretty easy, he just throws these nail things at you, and the second phase is just him throwing more nails. Killing him gives us 100 dream essence, and for 112% we're going to need 2,400, so I'm always keeping an eye out for these guys. I free another grub and grab another charm. I then head back to Sly to grab an elegant key that I use on this door. Inside I have to fight this mini boss who isn't really that hard. I just spam fireballs and he kind of falls over.
Just spam fireballs, man. Like, it's so easy when I do that. What's this? Oh, speaking of fireballs. Hell yeah.
Back at Crystal Peaks, I do some more platforming and make my way to the top, called the Hollowness Crown. Up here, I grab a pale ore and buy another charm at Sly's shop, giving us an achievement for owning half of the charms. Back down in Deepnest, I break open this wall and see myself on the other side of this wall.
Bart, come back, man.
Following myself, I get trapped in here and meet myself. This is Nosk. He has a couple different attacks like a charge and sprays this goop all over the place. He also runs on the ceiling, dropping more goop that I wasn't ready for and ended up dying to.
Nah.
Turns out if you just sit in this corner, he's pretty easy to take out. A couple of fireballs later and I take him out.
Oh, are we done?
The reward for this was a pale ore.
Oh, it was so worth it.
Before leaving, I dash across this gap and pogo jump on these centipedes. Making it across, I pogo jump on top of them and am rewarded with another soul vessel.
Hell yeah.
With my newly acquired pale ore, I head back to the nailsmith and upgrade my nail from 13 damage to 17. I explore more of the City of Tears and grab another grub, before stumbling upon another boss, the Watcher Knights. Surely with my new nail, this should be easy, right? You see, the problem isn't them rolling or bouncing at you, those are honestly pretty easy to dodge. But once you get about halfway, another one gets summoned and sometimes one will bounce and one will roll straight at you, making it very hard to dodge them. Turns out if you break this wall, you can climb up and break a chandelier, killing one of the watchers, making the fight way easier. My next attempt, I just used some fireballs and even end up killing two at the same time. With only one left, I take it out pretty easily.
Yeah, baby.
I take this elevator to the top, where I find another dreamer. I dreamnail her and take her out, causing another seal to break on the black egg. I grab another mask shard from the shop. I then find this really creepy bug named the Leg Eater. I give him some geo, opening up his shop of fragile charms. Fragile charms are these charms that are really useful, but break if you die. However, Leg Eater can repair them for a bit of geo. I grab the fragile heart charm and head into the fog canyon, picking up another charm notch.
Wah, huge. Yeah. Oh, I needed that.
I grab another map piece and finally head back up to the Kingdom's Edge, feeling way more confident to rematch Hornet. A couple haws and shaws later, I end up playing it super safe and heal whenever I knock down Hornet. Using fireballs whenever I get the chance, I end up beating her.
Oh, I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
Hornet then tells us to burn the mark on ourselves to claim ourselves as king. Heading in, I grab the king's brand.
What is this?
And before heading down to the ancient basin, I make sure to grab Howling Wraiths. We'll need it in a bit. This door opens now because we have the king's brand, and we make our way to the bottom. At this bridge, we try to cross it, but we get stopped by these shadows.
Oh, we can't.
So I head to the
Here
top
then?
to where I flip this switch to turn this lantern on, getting rid of the shadows below.
Oh, and that lights it up then. Okay.
Dashing across, I make my way into the next room and jump into this bowl full of goop. This unlocks the shadow cloak, an upgrade to our dash. This makes it so we don't take damage when dashing through things. This is probably one of the most useful upgrades we could get. Making my way back up, I speak with Hornet, who tells me that the journey is only going to get harder. I head back to the Fog Canyon where I open a bank account with Millibell, and speak with Quirrell before going into the teacher's archives.
Man. Alright, let's head in here.
Inside I find Umu? I don't know, this goofy ass jellyfish, man. He has like 2 attacks, one where this electricity follows you, and one where he puts electricity in random spots. His gimmick is I can't hurt him, but luckily Quirrell comes to help us, breaking his shield, allowing us to damage him. This fight was really easy and we took him out my first try. In the other room we find this tube with this dreamer in it, and Quirrell helps us break the seal. I defeat the dreamer, breaking the final seal on the black egg.
Okay, there's the last one.
With the final seal broken, I decide to backtrack, grabbing a mask shard, and go back to the crystallized mound, making sure to grab this grub.
A goober! Yeah! Okay, that's half of them.
Dropping down, I break this guy free from the crystal, upgrading our Desolate Dive to Descending Dark. Probably the best spell here. It's at this time that I decide to do the Colosseum, but to enter you have to pay 100 Geo. This unlocks our first trial, the Trial of the Warrior. The Colosseum is a gauntlet style fight where you have to fight different bugs or enemies, and if you die...
Across the map! Dude, it doesn't end!
You have to completely start over. The first one honestly isn't that hard, I just wasn't prepared for it. Giving it another try, I only dropped down to 3 masks, but that was just because I really wanted this bug dead. The other, I guess, hard part of this was fighting 2 Grezmothers at the same time, but once you kill one, the other one kinda just falls over.
This then completes the first trial, giving me an achievement, 1000 Geo, and a charm notch.
Trying the next one, it definitely feels harder. They have a lot more medium-sized enemies and put spikes on the ground, making it harder. They even have these stupid bats that always end up hitting me. They even shrink the arena and make you fight this big hopping mosquito thing.
Yeah, dude, what? What is this, man?
But on the next time, I just Desolate Dive into the ground a couple times, killing him.
Okay. Huge. What's next? Cooper! Ah, nar, I've been baited. Nar.
The final boss of this arena is these 2 big balloon guys that shoot everywhere, but I took out the first one really fast. I had plenty of time to heal and end up beating it on my second try.
Oh, that's it. Oh my, holy shit, man.
This gave me so much Geo and a pale orb. I buy the other trial for 800 Geo, but don't actually end up doing it yet. I head back to the Relic Seeker to sell some things and make my way to Millibell. I deposit 4,350 Geo and farm a little more because the max she can hold is 4,500. But on the way back, she isn't there anymore.
Wait, what? Where'd she go? Did I just get robbed?
Being robbed, I head to the Grubfather for some easy money.
Oh, there's more to the Howling Cliffs. Wait, can we go back up there?
And head back to the tutorial area where I find the secret entrance to go up.
What is this?
This is Howling Cliffs. Up here I discover Nailmaster Motto. He teaches me his nail art for free, the Cyclone Slash.
Guess we'll fight this guy then.
This is Gorb, another spirit we have to fight. There wasn't really much to this fight other than the noises he made. He just shot these needles out that were really easy to dodge. And after defeating him, I was rewarded with 100 essence. Searching around some more, I found this cave with all these butterflies.
Oh, look at all the butterflies.
And at the bottom, I pick up Johnny's Blessing, a charm that we will use later on. Exploring the Forgotten Crossroads some more, I find another mini-boss, the Brooding Malwick.
Oh, what the?
All he does is shoot goop at you and jump around the arena. And at this point, I was way over leveled, so I ended up killing him really fast. But this gave me another mask fragment.
Oh, huge.
I start to get bored and head back to the Black Egg to unlock the door. I'm really glad I did this because resting at this bench and reading the stone unlocks the ability to see how close we are to 112%. We're about 70% done at this point. I decide to head in and break these chains, freeing the Hollow Knight. But he slams me.
Dude, if I would stop walking into those, this would be doable. I kind of want to go get 100% though first.
Trying to get 100% first, I decide to hunt down some spirits, starting with Marmu.
Ooh. Oh, I just dashed into it, bug.
He wasn't too hard, I only ended up dying to him a couple times because he's honestly just kind of a goofy fight. He turns into a ball and just kind of floats around you. My problem was trying to heal when he was literally flying at me. But with a couple of abyssal screams, I take him out, giving me another 150 essence. Inside the stone sanctuary, I find another spirit named No Eyes. She just floats around with these ghosts coming from each side. She's one of the easier fights. I just used abyssal scream and hit her with my nail a couple times and she falls over, giving me 200 more essence. Speaking of easier fights, Elder Hugh is another really easy fight. He has these donut rings that he slams down. They're honestly really easy to dodge. And if I just focus on doing as much damage as I can to him, he will just fall over. This rewards us with another 100 essence. Taking a break from fighting, I do some more exploring, finding 2 more vessel fragments, and buy one from the shop. This is where I really start exploring. I won't show everything because otherwise this video would be 4 hours long. But the important things are grabbing this charm, Mark of Pride, saving this caterpillar named Bretta, who ends up giving me a mask fragment back home. I fight the enraged guardian. Pretty much the same fight as last time, but he just does 2 damage and is a little bit faster. This rewards us with another mask fragment.
Oh, huge!
I speak with Seer, who gives me a pale ore, a charm, and another vessel fragment. I find the love key that I use on this door, and inside find the collector. He's a pretty easy fight and just drops these jars with basic enemies in them. At the end he gets stunned for a really long time and I take him out.
Oh, dude, I thought there was going to be a second phase.
Not only did he have 3 goobs,
oh, triple goob!
He had the collector's map.
Hell yeah.
This shows us where all the grubs are on the map, making it way easier to find them. I head to the Grubfather, who rewards me with another pale ore and a ton of money.
I don't want your money! Oh, is that a pale ore? Please, 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 please. Yeah, baby!
Speaking of money, remember how I gave Millibelle almost 4,500 geo? Well, turns out if you use a simple key on this door and head inside, you find her.
Wow, wow, wow.
And she just so happens to kindly give us our money back with some interest. What a nice person. Now that I have 8,500 geo, I head to the nailsmith to upgrade my nail for the final time, taking it from 17 damage to 21. I grab some missing charms from Leg Eater and head to the abyss for the donation in this fountain. This gives me my final vessel fragment. I find Nailmaster Shio, who teaches me Great Slash. Back at Dirtmouth, turns out Sly used to be a great nail sage, and gives me a charm for finding all 3 of his students. I grab the Soul Eater charm. This charm is like Soul Catcher but gives you way more soul, and it's one of the charms that I ended up using a lot of the time. I continued doing a lot of backtracking, making sure to grab as many charms as I could, and pick up any missing grubs. Uber. Also, look at this movement! I know it's pretty easy stuff, but this is when I actually started to notice I was getting better. I take care of Galleon, another spirit. He summons this big scythe that bounces across the screen, and once you get him weaker, he summons another smaller scythe. He even tries to summon a 3rd scythe, but I just decide to try and do as much damage as I can, and I end up killing him on my first try. He gives me 200 essence, putting me over 1,000. I then make my way over to Markov. He has this shield and spear combo that is pretty annoying to fight. This is where I decide to use Johnny's Blessing. Johnny's Blessing makes it so you can't use soul to heal, but gives you 12 masks instead of 8. With the 4 extra masks, I just spam Abyssal Screams, and he kinda just falls over.
Oh, dude, yeah. Wait, that's crazy.
Defeating him gives me 250 essence.
Hell yeah.
Heading back to Seer, she gives us the Dream Gate upgrade. The Dream Gate allows you to literally teleport to wherever you place your portal down. This helped so much doing the Delicate Flower quest, because you can just place your portal next to her, go and clear out all those annoying enemies, and teleport back to her, making the walk way easier. The hardest part was the end here where you had the dash between these thorns.
Dash here, and here.
But I just did what I do best, no think, just do.
Yeah, baby.
Heading back, she gives me another mask fragment, upgrading my health, and gives me an achievement for completing the quest. I do some more exploring and find the Hive.
Well, there's another area? I thought we were done.
Inside, I grab these grubs before heading into the boss arena to fight the Hive Knight. There's a couple different attacks like a dash and an air attack, and this stupid attack that summons honey with spikes that explode that always end up hitting me. He even spits out bees that track you. But I just take it slow and heal whenever I knock him down, and I end up beating him.
Oh, see? What did I say?
I grab this charm called Hive Blood. It's not very useful right now, but will be very helpful later on.
Ah, goober.
I find this grub in Crystal Peaks.
Ah, nar, 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 nar.
The real one is behind this wall.
Yeah, goober.
And this is the last one I need, so I head back to the Grubfather, who gives me a ton of Geo and a charm. By hitting this guy with my Dream Nail, it lights this fire that I can hit with my nail. This then lights all the torches around us, summoning a circus to Dirtmouth. Remember those fragile charms that we bought from Leg Eater? They seem pretty useless right now, but by giving them to Divine, she can make them unbreakable. Well, for a price. I speak with Grimm, who gives me another charm.
Oh. Okay, so now we just need 15k to get our charm back, I think.
And head to the Colosseum for the final fight. They really stepped up the difficulty for this final gauntlet. They have spikes on the ground constantly and force you to fight flying enemies. You have to dodge these worms in a super tight area. They even make you fight super close to the spikes on the ground, so you have to manage hitting the enemies and wall jump at the same time. But once you think it's over, you have an actual boss to fight at the end. Oh my god, there's more. Oh my god. This is God Tamer. The fight isn't too hard, it's just each attempt is about 10 minutes of concentration to get here. The bug just rolls back and forth and this guy jumps in the air to attack you. I get really close to dying at the end here, but get a heal off just in time. And look at this movement, Old Corp could never do this. But eventually I end up taking him out.
There's more, huh? There's more. Oh my god, is that it?
Oh, that's it. This gave me 3,000 Geo and another achievement. I don't quite have 15,000 Geo yet, so I do a bit more exploring and end up finding the Traitor Lord. And oh my gosh, this guy's really strong. He has this slash attack that does 2 masks of damage and throws out these discs that I catch every time. He also throws out this wall that you have to dash out of, and I end up dying here a lot.
Like it's
Starting to get annoyed, I put on Johnny's Blessing and just start spamming Desolate Dives, and
oh my god, that worked. Wait, what?
yeah, somehow that worked. Inside, I meet the White Lady, who gives us half of the White Fragment. This finally gave me enough Geo to go and buy Fragile Strength back from Divine, turning it into Unbreakable Strength. With my new charm, I decided to go and try fighting the Hollow Knight. I'm not really going to explain this fight because this is the easy version of him. It doesn't start out so good, but then I kind of get into rhythm and it starts to get a lot easier. I do get a little sloppy at the end, but trade really big damage with him and end up killing him. I absorb him and get chained up and resealed into the Black Egg. This puts us at 101%, so surely we're almost done. Well, on paper, yeah, I am almost done. I have the Grimm DLC, 4 more spirit fights, the White Palace to do, and the Godhome DLC to do. I start out with the Grimm DLC. Equipping the Grimm Child charm spawns this little guy, and taking a look at our map, there are these red flames on them. Tagging to the Crystal Peak spawns this little ghost guy that I take out, giving me a flame. I do the same thing in the City of Tears and in Greenpath, and return to Grimm, who makes our little guy into a slightly less little guy. He then tells us to do all of that again. So after quickly taking all 3 flames out, I head back to Grimm, and how does he repaint me? You beat the fuck out of me, man. He ran my pockets so hard that I decided to go do and finish everything else. I started with the Lost Kin fight, and ended up dying a couple times. And instead of being stubborn for once, I tried putting on some different charms. I start out with Johnny's Blessing for more health, Soul Eater for extra soul on hits, and Spell Twister so my spells cost less soul. It honestly wasn't a bad idea, but I'm somehow not very good at spamming spells. My lack of damage is pretty noticeable. So I end up going with Unbreakable Strength, Johnny's Blessing, Soul Catcher, and Grub Song, which gives me soul when I take damage. And with this combo, I just spam Desolate Dives and keep swinging my nail at him.
I'm so mad that that works so consistently, man.
Defeating him gives me 400 essence. Next I decide to take on the White Defender. He's pretty much the same as the Dung Defender, but has the shockwave attack that I always run into. He really wasn't much different from the first boss, and defeating him pushes me above 2000 essence. I then make my way to the Soul Tyrant. It was pretty much the same as the Soul Master fight, but faster. Even his second phase had me pretty stressed out.
Oh my god, is that it? Yes, 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 yes.
But with a little bit of luck, I ended up killing him, giving me another 300 essence. I visit Seer again, who gives me my final mask fragment.
Oh, finally.
And upgrades my Dream Nail to the Awoken Dream Nail. At this point, I only have 1 spirit left. You know that super easy knight we fought at the start? Well, this is like his older brother if he did steroids. Pretty much every attack from this guy does 2 masks, and I die a lot. The worst part was I was trying so hard to dodge all of his attacks. And you want to know what worked for me? Literally walking at him with my nail. With 2600 essence, I head back to Seer, but don't really pay attention to what she says, and she ends up dying. I don't know, man. Someone will have to explain to me as to why she exploded. Down in the depths of the abyss, I hit this guy with my Awoken Dream Nail. Heading into the White Palace. This is where the platforming side of the game really kicks it up a notch, and considering I've already fell to my death on the 3rd jump, surely this won't be too hard, right? This is where Hive Blood comes in handy. You see, if I take damage and just wait for my mask to be refilled, and combine that with Grub Song, the charm that gives you soul on taking damage, I'm pretty much immortal then. As long as I'm patient, and I'm not really patient.
When it goes down all the way, dumbass. Orb, are you real? Oh.
Yeah. But I did eventually make it to the top, and it gave me the other half of the white fragment, turning it into the Kingsoul charm.
Oh, let's go.
With all the charms finally collected, I head back to the charm lover to get her blessing. This gives me an achievement, and now when I rest at a bench, my soul will slowly fill up.
Okay, so we have all the equipment, respell. We've done every boss but Grimm. We have all the mask shards. We have every nail art. We have the max out nail. Done the dream nail. We have every charm because we just got the blessing. Done every dreamer but Grimm. Done all the trials. Done all of these. Leaving us with 6 items left. Okay. 2 of them are Grimm. And 4 of them are Pantheon. Alright, let's go fight Grimm then.
Grimm's fight is not as hard as I was thinking. He has this balloon attack, and if you run into the corner, it's pretty easy to dodge. Grimm is very quick and has a lot of flashy attacks like this slash attack that turns into fireballs. He even shoots bats at you, but once I knock him down, he turns into bats, giving me time to heal. Defeating Grimm upgrades our Grimm child, and even gives us another charm notch. This is where I messed up. By speaking to Brum, he tells us to head back to where it all started. I thought this was a part of the quest, so I started hitting the flame with him. This unfortunately ends the DLC, meaning I can't fight Nightmare King Grimm. But this was honestly probably for the best, considering how long Godhome took me. Speaking of Godhome, I head down into the junk pit and use the simple key here. This person falls out and we can dream nail them, giving me access to my new hell, Godhome. This place alone added another 10 hours to the game, and 6 of those hours were spent on one boss. But I have to get there first. So I start out with the first Pantheon, the Pantheon of the Master. This one was one of the easier ones. This is where you have to fight some of the easier bosses like Mother, False Knight, Dung Defender, and on my first attempt I make it to the final boss, Nail Master Oro. His attacks are pretty obvious, like jumping and slashing. He even uses the nail art he taught you in this fight. I honestly thought this was really cool. And once I get him halfway,
Oh, he has his brother.
that's right, it turns into a double battle where you have to fight both Nail Masters. The other Nail Master uses the Cyclone attack, and I even get super close to dying because I stay in this corner. Luckily they are pretty slow and I can get a heal off. Once I take out one of the Nail Masters, the other one is really easy to take out. This completes the first Pantheon. Next up is the Pantheon of the Artist.
Alright, 1 down.
And here we fight bosses like Soul Master, Mantis Lord, Nosk, Broken Vessel. Look, you've already seen me fight all these guys, so I'm just going to jump to the end where we fight the Paint Master Shio. He is definitely harder than the last double battle fight. He has some really big attacks like this slash, and overall is pretty fast. But I take my time and heal when I can, and I actually beat him on my first try. This is where I started to feel very confident, and honestly, I thought I would be done with this really soon. Oh, I was so wrong. The next Pantheon is the Pantheon of the Sage, and this is where I really start to struggle. In here, there are bosses like Grimm, second phase Hornet, and even Umu gave me some trouble. With no Quirrell around, you have to hit the jellyfish into him to break his shield. And that would lead to me dying in some pretty dumb ways.
What? Wow, that's unlucky.
But on my first attempt, I made it to the final boss, Great Nail Sage Sly. Sly uses all the attacks that we learned from the other Nail Masters, like the Slash and Cyclone attacks. Considering how easy the other ones were, surely this one won't be too hard, right? I was wrong. So wrong. Luckily, if you head down into the basement area and enter this room, there's every boss here. So I decided to dedicate some time into fighting Sly until I get really comfortable. His second phase is even worse, because he just flies around and makes it really hard to hit him. But as long as you have about 6 masks, you can just damage boost through them. After about an hour of practice, I finally felt comfortable enough to fight him and finally had this run.
This is like the most health I've ever had fighting this. Oh. Oh, it's... Oh my god. Yes. Yes, thank god. Oh, it's finally over.
Now onto the final one, Pantheon of the Night. In here, they throw some of the harder bosses at you, like Enraged Guardian, Lost Kin, Traitor Lord. I mean, you've seen me fight all these guys already. The actual hard boss is this guy, Pure Vessel. I mean, look at how my first attempt went. This was so hard. Like, really hard. You wanna know something? That was only the first hour of deaths. This took me 6 hours to kill him. I even ended up changing my charms around. For this, I was running Unbreakable Strength, Quick Focus, Quick Slash, and Sharp Shadow. Sharp Shadow not only does damage when you dash, but also extends your dash. But eventually I did it, leading to this run. I mean, I was dodging everything. And healing only when it was safe. And finally, I did it. Yes, 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 oh my god, yes, yes. Oh, finally man, finally, oh. That took so long, holy man, it's actually over. I didn't think I would actually like be able to do this. Oh, it's finally over, man. It's oh, look at it, look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. 112, man. 112%. With one thing left to do, I head back to the Abyss and Desolate Dive here. After some platforming, I make my way to this black egg thing, and hitting it with my dream nail knocks me out. But when I wake up, we're in the past or future. I don't know anything about the lore, man. I then make my way up these platforms, and we're seen dangling here, and no one's going to help me. Like, help, man, help! We then fall to my doom, but that's okay because this gives me the Void Heart. Returning to the Black Egg, Hornet is now there, meaning I have to fight the Hollow Knight. This fight is way easier than the Pure Vessel. I take a little bit of unnecessary damage at the start here, but he's really easy. The combination of Quick Slash and Unbreakable Strength shred through him. And once I make it to the end, Hornet comes to help. She allows me to heal, and I hit him with my Dream Nail. This is where the real fight starts.
Are we fighting the sun? Oh my god, we're fighting.
This is where the real fight starts. This is the Radiance. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was going to have like another death montage, but I didn't even end up dying here. Compared to the Pure Vessel, this guy was pretty easy. He has some really cool attacks like a giant laser beam that you have to dodge through, nails that fly across the screen. But I just spam Abyssal Screams and take him into his second phase. In his second phase, he shoots more nails out, but kinda just sits in the middle. So I just spam more Abyssal Screams. Once you do enough damage, you platform your way to the top while dodging lasers. And once you make it here, you hit him one more time. The Hollow Knight then comes to help us, and we turn into our Shade form to beat the crap out of him. After a couple more hits, that's it. We finally defeated the Radiance. Killing the Radiance stops the infection from spreading, freeing the bugs of Hollownest and allowing our sibling to rest. This concludes my 112% run. And if you made it this far, Man, I'm tired.